Yo, what's poppin' guys? This is your boy Offline Nuzlocke, and I asked my friend to build me a Pokemon team, and this is what happened. So, we're just messing around and we were bored, so I asked my friend, I'm like, you played Pokemon before. He doesn't play Pokemon anymore, but he played in like Gen 5, right? So I'm like, build me a Pokemon team. I want to see if I can take it to the showdown ladder and grab a couple of wins. And this is what happened. Honestly, it's really fun because I did not expect to have a team like this, and let's break down the team for you guys. So he is a very big fan of Zebstrika. He likes that electric zebra. In his terms, the electric zebra is just broken. All right, so I had to start it off with the electric zebra because he said put the electric zebra on the team, and that's what I did. I took on Zebstrika for our team, and what I thought about was Choice Scar Zebstrika with Supercell Slam, Terra Blast into Terra Ice, high horsepower, and Volt Switch. Basically has no switch-ins on the PU ladder. I played all these matches in the PU ladder because all the mons he chose were in the PU, but we can change that one day. Maybe if this video gets enough likes, I'll maybe ask him to do another higher tier video with me. But yeah, so we got Supercell Slam, Terra Blast, High Horsepower, and Volt Switch. Now, when I saw Zebstrika, I'm like, okay, that's Gen 5. Let me ask him if I can get Basculin on the team, and I was able to get him get him signed up Basculin. So I was able to get him to get Basculin on the team, and he's like, yeah, Fish is fine. And so what my idea was with this Basculin is I wanted Terra Water Choice Banded Wave Crash with Rockhead. Blue Stripe has Rockhead as it's one of its ability, and I'm like, Wave Crash, Choice Banded Terra Water Basculin just puts in so much work. You don't even have to be adamant, you can be jolly. And then I put Head Smash, Aqua Jet, and Psychic Fangs for, a little bit of coverage and priority, but I was able to get him to get Basculin on the team, and that was so good. Up next, he chose Samurott as his next Pokemon on the team, and this is because he chose Samurott for his starter. And I was like, I can work with Samurott because Assault with Samurott actually takes a lot of hits, and then I can tear a bug into Samurott just to, get some resistances and get some defensive backbone to the team because right now I just have glass cannons just firing off attacks left and right, and this gives me a Pokemon who can knock off items, and I also get Aqua Jet as a priority. And then I put on Aqua Cutter and X Scissor. Aqua Cutter just to try and get crits, and then X Scissor to catch somebody off guard. Now with that, I was like, all right, I need another defensive backbone to the team, and I was trying to influence him into picking Farigiraf, and it was good because I was able to get him to pick Farigiraf for the next Pokemon, and the only reason I wanted Farigiraf on this team is because I can Terra Fairy, we get Sap Sipper as our immunity from grass type Pokemon, because something like Basculin and Samurott, they're gonna get a lot of grass type moves thrown at them, and Sap Sipper just covers it really well. And I get Wish Protect support for the team, and I also have Psychic and Hyper Voice just for the stabs. And this Mon was a great pickup after I showed him what Farigiraf can do in battles, because I did the battles with him and he was a big fan of the giraffe. He's like, this team is broken, I don't know how we're gonna lose, but yeah, it was a great team. And yeah, so we got Farigiraf on the squad. Fifth member we have is Typhlosion. Now he kept going on and on and on, and he went to never used at that point, like, or under PU, like, which was the middle stage evolutions. And I'm like, no, we stay in PU. So he went back and he saw Typhlosion. He's like, I remember using this guy, take him. And I was so happy to see Typhlosion because I love using Typhlosion. And now we get Terra Fire, Choice Specs, Eruption user, and I also had to run Flash Fire because we get a fire immunity right there. And then I also am running Flamethrower, Focus Blast, and Scorching Sense. Flamethrower just in case there are rocks set up and we have to fire off weak eruptions, and focus blast and scorching sense just for coverage. And up next, he chose Sceptile. Now here's the thing, right? I love Sceptile. I love me some Sceptile, but Sceptile has such a bad damage output. Now, not to blame him, but you know, Sceptile is a pretty cool mon. I love it, but competitive-wise, like it lacks a lot in terms of other starters. But I decided to whip up this fancy set with Blunder Policy, Unburden, Leaf Storm, Dragon Tail, Acrobatics, and Endeavor. So here's my thought process with this, right? So Leaf Storm can miss, right? And Leaf Storm can also lower the special attack once it's used. So I'm like, alright, I'll put Leaf Storm for some damage, and then I'll put Dragon Tail for some phasing, right? And Terra Dragon with Dragon Tail kind of seemed nice defensively, so that was cool. And once we miss one of the first two moves, I get Blunder Policy. Now I outspeed everything in the meta, and I also have Acrobatics that I just, you know, hit things hard with, right? The problem with that is it doesn't hit hard, but Acrobatics does good enough damage. And then the last move I decided to do was Endeavor, because like if Sceptile is low and I'm fast, I'm faster than anything that's on the other team, and I can just fire off an Endeavor and have like something like Samurott or Basculin just come in, or even Zebstrika, because Choice Scarf Zebstrika right now has no switch-ins. Like Choice Scarf Zebstrika can just come in and run Supercell Slam. Now if you miss the 5%, that's on you. But I think it's a great move to have fun with, and that is exactly what we wanted to do when we were bored. Now you guys can see the 6th Mon, or the 7th Mon, I guess, which is Wildplume, and that is because I was tired of using Sceptile. It was being a dead weight at some point in the ladder, and I was like, can we switch up? Can we switch out Sceptile for something? And he decided to go with Wildplume. That was another familiar face for him, and he said, let's take Wildplume. So I'm like, alright, Wildplume is perfect because Farigiraf is my defensive option, and then I was running Farigiraf especially defensive first, but then I decided to go for a defensive build, and then I was like, Wildplume is perfect because it gives me the special defense wall. We have Black Sludge for some recovery, Effect Spore for that nice and status, and we have Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Strength Sap, and Protect. And with that, the team was built. I went to the ladder, we had some fun. Let's check it out. Now, if you guys want to see more of these battles in the future, let me know down in the comments below, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. So, our first opponent had a Toucanon, and I led off with the fish. And I just said, let's get some damage off with Choice Banded Head Smash. But they decided to go into Dipplin, and that was my time to go Sceptile, because we got Dragon Tail, we missed, and we got our Blunder Policy up. So now it was time to hit Acrobatics, and this is where I found out Dipplin first is very defensive with that Eviolite, and Sceptile does not have the damage to do against Dipplin. So I went into Dragon Tail just to phase it out, and Dipplin came in again after switching into Lurantis and causing trouble. That's when the switch to Cramorant happened. It lives by 34%, and it takes out Sceptile. I'm like, that's fine, because you know what can't touch Dipplin? I mean, a lot of things on my team, but I decided to go into Typhlosion, click that Specs Eruption, which it lives, which is crazy. But we go ahead and keep firing off that Specs Eruption. That's just a lot of pressure on the opponent to make some mistakes, and just Typhlosion doing pretty good work with that Specs Eruption. Everything is taking it on, and Toucanon goes Terra Fire and takes about 70%, which is crazy, and that's when the opponent forfeits, and that was the end of the battle. But yeah, alright, so for the next battle, there is an Articuno lead, and I'm like, I'm leading the fish again. That's where we go Head Smash one more time, taking the risk and one-shotting that Articuno. I'm like, time to go Sceptile again, because I'm trying to make Sceptile work. Like, I love Sceptile, I want to try to make it work. And that's where we put a Leaf Storm, and it does a really good amount of damage to that Magneton, so I was really happy with that. But then I go ahead and Dragon Tail to see if I can miss and pop my Unburden boost, but I did not, so that's why I just keep dragon tailing out, you know, trying to get it faced, and before it goes for a quick attack, taking out the Sceptile, I'm like, alright, it's probably on me that I can't make Sceptile work, but I'm gonna go into the fish and just wave crash, get the fur out of there, and put a lot of pressure. We go ahead and wave crash, and it does like 89%, which is insane amount of damage from Choice Banded Basculin, and the opponent just forfeits after a bulk up because they can't touch this. And in the next game, we have a Spidops lead, and I know this is Shash Spidops, but I'm having fun with my head smash, so I'm taking the chances because I know Zebra got everything covered, and we just head smash, take out the Spidops, and Primate comes out. I'm like, Monkey Man, alright. And he clicks Drain Punch, does little to nothing on the Ferrograph. I also switch out the Sceptile in this battle, and I go ahead and Psychic the Magmortar, because, you know, I can just be chilling here. AV Samurott takes about 70% from this Magmortar, but we Aqua Jet and take out the Magmortar, so that Magmortar seemed like specs. And now there is a agility from the Wycovolt, so that's not fun, but we knock out the Throat Spray and get some chippies before we can bring in our Zebra, which is Choice Scarf, so that speed drop is not gonna matter. To Choice Best Zebra, I predict the Terra Ground. We click Terra Ice, Terra Blast, blow the bug away into, you know, some space, and then we go into Girafarig for the Hitmontop. Bullet Punch does nothing, and I'm gonna set up a nice and pretty Psychic on the Hitmonchan, not the Hitmontop, and then Drain Punch does a little bit of damage, but Psychic is able to pick it off. Now the opponent is in a tricky position, but they can still win with Calm Mind Store Power, so I go into my Wild Plume and go for a Sludge Bomb. Now here's the thing, right? Sludge Bomb goes ahead and poisons the Alcremie. If I didn't have this happen to me, I would have been in a rough spot, because like honestly, like I needed some chip damage on this Alcremie. Store Power is nasty in PU, but you know, we got the Zebra, the Alcremie is low, I can just go Zebra and fire off that Supercell Slam. It's the new move, I gotta use it, I gotta risk the 5%, why not, we're pretty good. So I go ahead and Supercell Slam, that's hard to say, but we do that once or twice, and the Primate takes out the Zebra, but you know what we got in the back, right? That's right, Basculin with Aqua Jet. So I go ahead and Aqua Jet the Primate, and we won the next one. At this point, our boredom was pretty much cured, but we were having so much fun with the team, so I go ahead and Wave Crash the Morpeko, because Basculin first outspeeds the Morpeko and then just blows everything away with Choice Banded any move you click on it, and that's how this opponent forfeits, because like the opponent doesn't like it. And this is gonna be the last battle for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. We're gonna lead with Head Smash Basculin. I see a lot of sashes in this tier, so something like Triple XL would be fun to play in this one, but I go ahead and do some shenanigans with Choice Banded Head Smash. I wanted to show off the Zebra in this video, but Basculin taking the spotlight. We were having so much fun going through the ladder on the PU tier. I know we were on the lower side of the ladder, but this was so much fun to play, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, I mean, click the subscribe button, let me know in the comments if you guys want more of this kind of videos in the future, and I can definitely do that. But yeah, you know, Phalanx decides to set up, so I had to go into my Ferrograph and terrestrialize into a fairy type, and then decide to take it out, because like we're not messing with any set of sweepers around here. I faced a tricky set of sweeper in Alcremie, and we have learned our lesson, so we're gonna go ahead and Strength Step on the Sneasel Swords Dance. Now this is tricky because Wild Plume is gonna go down, but we're gonna give him false hope, you know, we're gonna let them set up, you know, feel like they might be able to do something against this team, maybe wall break or something like that, and let our Wild Plume go down, because we are Gucci, we got our Zebstrika, and you guys know what Zebstrika does. That's right, high horsepower this time around. We click high horsepower because, you know, we don't want to miss that Supercell Slam. It was really important at this point. So then we go into Ferrograph, and here I show my Sap Sipper. That's right, Sap Sipper is the hidden ability of Ferrograph, and it's great. caught the opponent off guard. Like +3 Sceptile can't even do that much to my Farigiraf, even with setup. That's when I understood that Sceptile's damage output is not that much. Like, it's just really bad. So I hope we get some buffs on Sceptile in the future. But here we had some fun on the PU ladder, and the Frostlash is gonna take out the Farigiraf with the Shadow Ball, but it's an easy cleanup job for Typhlosion with a Specs Flamethrower. And that is the end of the battle. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, like the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one as Zebstrika takes this home. Peace out, Offline Squad. ありがとうだってばよ。